my channel, you have no idea how awkward this is, because yes, I did it again. Okay, the first video I started yesterday with this album, and I did it again. I filmed what I do not need to film, and I did not film what I need to film. So, oh my gosh, it was terrifying when I'm seeing last night the videos that I made last night, and oh my gosh, no! Okay, so what did not film? It's not that bad. I only did not film the tunnels that is needed for this album, and then I saw that when I filmed I was doing the cover and only gluing down the chipboard on the bookbinder linen. So I only have to do a redo for the tunnel. So I'm gonna do that. So stay tuned, and I'm gonna give you all the measurements. You won't need it, so don't be afraid. I'm just gonna redo it. Yay! That's me. Making mistakes. Okay, so I am not gonna use my beautiful white papers because it's a total waste of papers. So I'm gonna grab some pink that I do not use very often. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut these two right away at 10 inches. Wait just a minute, I have to make sure that I'm telling you the correct piece. The tunnels are going to be 8 by 10. And that are 8 by 10. Okay, oh, it's 8. Oh, let's just cut the first one. Let's just do one. I'm gonna cut this at 8. And this one, well, of course, we can do that right away. You can cut the second one also at 8. And I'm going to grab my scoreboard, and I'm going to score at a 1/2 inch. You need to unfold this, of course. We need more space. Okay, fold it down. And then the next one, because we're going to make a 10, we're going to score at 10, of course. Go, and then I'm going to cut this a bit shorter. That's it. Fold, burnish it down. So this is step 1. So this is 10 by 8, at least should be. Yay! Okay, cool. Now the next piece we did cut at 8, same here, but this needs to fit down, and because I'm now going to make it a little different, I'm going to do the hinges outside. So we have a very clear spot in the middle with no interfering any bumps on the hinges. So I'm going to cut this 1 millimeter smaller than 10. Okay, so cut this so this fits perfectly in between. See? And now I'm just going to glue it down. Ooh, 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 ooh. That was easy. That was easy peasy. So now we have the tunnel, and I made 3 of these. That's the tunnel we need, and it's an 8 by 10, and this comes later in this way as a portrait style in the album. Okay guys, so the end results are 8 by 10 inches. Okay, so that was the first thing I did not film, and actually I was amazed how long I did that yesterday, and now so short. Can you imagine how much I babble? Alright, so this is what you need for the tunnel. So make 3 and let's get back to the next part. Okay, am I recording? Yes, I'm recording. Good. The next thing that I did not film is starting the cover. And these are the measurements you need to cut your chipboard. So it's 8 3/4 by 10 1/4. You need that double. And then for the spine I used 2 3/4 by 10 1/4 inch. And you need that one time. Alright, so this is you need for the chipboard. So please cut your chipboard. And then when I continuing with the videos that I did record, I only glued down the chipboard on the bookbinder's linen. So from there on, everything is normal. Alright. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. Sometimes when you hit that button, you keep doing it wrong. So sometimes I hit that button, but then it did not record. So when I think I'm recording, then and I'm finished recording, I think in my head, then I push that button and stop. But then I'm gonna record. I am, yeah. It's a long time that I did this mistake, but I did it again. And I think I'm gonna do this more often. But now I'm very happy that I did not do it with a page, because this pages I cannot do over, and this one was very easy to do it all over again. Alrighty, so keep it up and you will see me doing the cover. Yay! Bye bye. Okay, I cut out, oh my gosh, I'm totally not a frame, but it's a small table. Okay, just a little. What I'm gonna use some bookbinders glue, bookbinding glue, and I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use my wash and paint it all up, and then I'm gonna add it, and then I'm going back to you because this is going to be taking a while. What I like to add is some water, because otherwise I think the glue is way too thick. It just don't spread that well. So let me add the first one. And of course you can use any glue you like. But I just recently have this bookbinder's glue and I like it. So why don't you use what you have? You don't have to exactly buy this, but it's nice. It's nice. Now you get to drill what I see. If I'm dipping in too deep, then this glue is not spreading out that nice. So that is why I'm going to spread some water on it. That makes it a bit better. And it's needed to spread this all the way, otherwise you get bubbles. Bubbles, that's the word. Alright, I think I have enough. Well, I need to be quicker, otherwise the glue is already dry. Alright, so I'm just gonna add this right here. And of course we need to have some push. So what I like to do first is to turn this around and go over here. So I'm going to spread out that glue. Yep. Alright, so I'm continuing with the next one. Definitely stay away at least, oh, how much is this? Well, it's definitely a 1/4 is a little too much, I think, but in millimeters it's definitely a 5 millimeter or a 3/16. That's cool too. But keep it open, guys. It's necessary that we keep it wide enough. Alright, so I'm gonna continuing adding my bookbinder linen till it's all on, and then I'll come back to you. Okay guys, next thing what I'm gonna do is gonna cut this in an angle, but not too close to this corner right here. So I'm gonna leave 1 to 2 millimeters away from this edge right here. I'm gonna do that all the way around. Just leave a bit open. Alright, that's that. Alright, so now we can prepare our bookload for all the way around. So I always like to start at the largest pieces. I like to use this tool to get nice, straight, tight as possible. Yeah, alright, let's check it out. Just to be sure that everything is staying in, I like to use double-sided tape just on the edges, so it's nice tight. And perhaps you shouldn't need that, but I always like to do that just in case. Alright. Let's put some glue till the edges. Okay, now let's see if I spread enough. Alright, I'm always start in the middle. I'm going to push down, and then I'm just going to use my fingers to put it all down until that chipboard. There we go. Use a tool to flat it all out. Especially on the side. It gives a nice crispy edge. Yay! Cool. Yep. I'm gonna do exactly the same thing on the other side. Then on the smaller side, you grab your tool or your score bone folder and just tug in the corners. just like that. And again, I'm going to grab some scortape. And some glue. If you hear a dog on the background, that's the one that was from my dad. And she's always not having patience to get in. And she's just keep barking. I can't teach her off to do that, but she just have to wait. It's lovely weather outside, so, and I know mine will just sit there as a I call that a statue, till I'm back down again. She just sit there, but my other dog just won't see that as a lesson. She just keeps barking. So that is what you hear on the back. Alright, so now we have nice smooth corners, and I'm gonna make the same way. Perhaps the black chipboard was not exactly the perfect choice to use this bookbinder's linen, but I'm gonna add also some paper, of course, so you only see the edges at the end, so that's perfectly fine. Alright, so I'm gonna do that same thing on this side. And then I'll come back to you. Yes, I am. Okay, I'm gonna try a new something. A new, it's not new, but it's something that I saw on YouTube, and I'm just gonna try it out. So, okay, let's join me. But please watch first, because I have no idea how this ends up. So this is the leftover piece. And I do have another one for this one, for the bookbinder's cloth. And I'm going to use it. Just see what I'm doing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to score first ½ inch. No, 1 inch. So this is not straight, but that's totally fine. Absolutely not. I do want it straight. But it does not have to, but I want it. I want it straight. Alright, that's straight. So I'm gonna score at 1 inch. There we go. That's one. Here we go. Now I have to tell you, before I did this, I measured the middle, because I have 3 pages. So the middle, and then in between there is a 3/4 gusset. And that's for the Dutch people 2 centimeters away. Alright? So this needs to go right here. And I want this, how long? Well, I think 2 inch is long enough. So I'm gonna cut. So this piece is 2 inches. Okay, does not have to be exactly, but let's make it 2.5. Let's do that. Let's keep it a little longer. Okay, so this is the first one. Now, next. The next one is going to be 1 inch. 1 inch, and then the next one is going to be that gusset, that 3/4. Alright, so the next score line needs to be, of course, at 1 3/4. Yes. Right, 1 3/4. And then I can cut this down at 1 inch. So I have 1 inch, that gusset, 2 centimeters or 3/4 inch. And then I'm gonna cut this down at 1 inch. Okay, let's cut it down. And that does not have to be exactly 1 inch, but you can eyeball it. There we go. Alright, so that is the next one. You also can do this, of course, with paper or Tyvek. I do recommend use Tyvek. Tyvek does not tear. Paper does tear. And you don't want to ruin your project. So please use or bookload or bookbinder's linen or Tyvek. Tyvek is a very cheap thing to find. I have to check if my gusset is not too wide. Nope, it's not. Alright, so this is how far we get. Alright, so now I make another one of this one, of course. So I can cut my leftover piece a little less than 10. I'm gonna make my score line at 1. And at 3/4. Then again, I'm gonna cut 1 inch off. Well, it's a little more than 1 inch, but that's okay. The other side. Here we go. So what we have, 1, 2, 3. Now, of course, we need one more of this one right here. So we only score at 1 inch. This one is straight. 1 inch. And then this I can, well, let me cut it down a little more straight. There we go. Score. This sweater is way too big, but it's nice and warm, and it's cold outside this morning. It was cold. Okay guys, so this is it. This is the moment. Now you think you are nuts, but I'm gonna make sure that these are nicely glued down on something, and I think just a piece of paper is perfectly fine. So I'm gonna make sure that this is gonna glue down, and at the end I'm gonna tell you what to do with it. Alright, so I'm gonna grab a piece of paper and I'm gonna stick to that. Yay! Right, so let's grab a piece of paper. Okay, first I thought a piece of paper will be nice, but I think it's too thick. It's too thick and stiff, so I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use a piece of Tyvek. Tyvek is nice, thin, and this is an envelope. So this you can get on a regular office supply store, I guess. I bought this in Holland, so that's the one I'm going to use. So I'm first going to cut. Sometimes Tyvek will not cut that nice. could be also the fault of my cutter. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it loose. See, because now it cuts like butter. Yeah. Oh, small piece does not want it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now I only have to use, I'm going to use the back. That's perfectly fine for that. Let's cut this. And then I'm going to cut this at 10. 10 minus 1 millimeter. Yes, now we are. See, this is nice tin. That's perfectly. I don't know if I have enough. I hope so. Yes, I have enough. Cool. Alright, so I'm gonna glue these down. And then I'll come back to you. Okay, I could have used bookbinder's linen, but I think this one will do the trick also. Or tape, or whatever glue you like to use. But this is quicker to put on, and it's sturdy also. Alright, well, let's glue it on. Burnish it down before you go on the next one, especially here on the corners. You want this to be straight. Alright, well, let's go to the next piece. Do you like the sound of that? Okay, glue this as close as you can to the other one. So this is nicely against each other. Yes. Not overlapping, just nicely against each other. Alright, burnish it down. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, next. Again, place this on the bottom and then nicely against the other one. Yay. You also can use fabric and then use your sewing machine, of course. That's perfectly fine. Also to use that. Cool. Okay, last one. Because the one I saw on video, oh, that's a very long time ago, so don't ask me which video that was, because it was a very long time ago and not in English. So I have no idea to find it back, but I just wanted to try it out someday, and this is the day. This is the moment. Here we go. Now I still hear you thinking, what are you going to do? Well, normally we have one piece right here. And then I'm going to cut this off, and then we are going to shovel down the tunnel over that. But this technique is to put your tunnel in here, just like that. Just like that. So this is going to be in here. And then you still can use your full insert for this one, and it's very nice on the sides. So when I saw that, I thought, oh, I need to try that out. Alright, so that is the meaning of all this. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this one a little better. I'm going to use my little cutting plate for that. Let's see, knife. No, I only need a little edge. To keep it nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Yep, that's better. Alright, now check if you are completely having this the same size, otherwise you can still trim this down. But I think I managed perfectly. Just check it out. Yeah, I think it's cool. Yay! Alright, now next step. Okay guys, so now it's the time to glue this in, and I'm gonna use I'm definitely gonna use duct tape, not duct tape, scortape here with the spine. That's one thing I always do. So any paper that comes in here will be nice put on its place where it should be. Alright, I'm gonna do exactly the same on the back for this one. All the way around. And then when I'm all the way around, of course I'm going to use also some glue. I'm just gluing it in. I already have made some marks that will help me to keep it all in its place. I'm going to make sure this in the middle. so it stays definitely on the spine. One more. Yep, that's cool. Okay, so what I made for the marks. Alright, so I have my marks right here where I wanted to have the hinges. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to line this up where the middle is, and then I just make some guideline marks. So there I want my hinge. So I'm going to wibble, 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 and then put this in. Yeah, cool. Alright, let's do that. When the hinge is in, of course it needs to dry, but I never have the patience to wait for that. So just push it all nice, and then we have the spine. And here is where it comes to why we leave enough space in between. That is why. Because we want our extra stuff to get in that gusset. So that is why. Okay. One. I'll go to the other right, to the other side. Again, grab something as your bone folder, and just gently push this in till it's in, and then you can fold this all flat. Now, if you have put your chipboard too close to each other, then you can't do this. You can't. Now I can because I put this way from each other. So that is why, guys. That is why we need that gusset. Okay. So if you are making a cover and you can't do this and this, that means that you did not put enough room between those chipboard. Alright, that is because so many times I see on Facebook that the spine is cracking right here. This is the reason, guys. Leave it. Leave enough space in between. That's the main thing of making a nice cover. Alright, I'm going to clean a little of my glue that's coming underneath. Yay! And that's that. That is that. For the blah 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 blah. Alright, so what we can do, it does not have to, and I think I will leave that to a later stage, but I can, if I want, put some strips of design paper in between here, and perhaps one on this side too, if I want that. It's not necessary, but if you like to do that, then it's totally fine to do that. Alright, so that is for the hinge. So what next is put these in between and glue them down, just like that. I think I have to take aware that I'm not going to push this all the way down. So if I will leave a little away, let's say, I think we can leave this a little open like this, and then go to the, so if I push this all the way down, I think it's too stiff. So I'm gonna add this with a little in between. So I'm gonna leave this a little more, so it's have more space, I think, to lay flat. Alright, so that is what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna do one together with you, and I also gonna use, just to try out, guys, just to try out some other glue. Okay, so the first one, I'm gonna lay this, keep away that distance, and I'm gonna make it straight with the other one. Let's see if this is still straight if I turn this down. Yes, it is. Now this is Potex, and I think this brand is you can buy in every country. Definitely know that it will. And now I'm gonna flip this to the left, so I'm still flat. See, still straight. Like this one, and I'm still as flat as it is. I have to be more patient with the glue because this is not quick dry, but we'll see at the end how it holds. We'll see. Just trying it out. Oh, here it's already loose. Okay. Nice. Alright, last one. I always think that these will come out. Okay. I need this one. Spend a little too much glue, I think, but I do like this because it's not completely quick dry, so I can move it when I want it. So that's cool. I'm just gonna see, because see, now I put this on the left and now my pages are not that straight. I want this a little lower, and I still can move that. That's perfectly fine to move a little bit. See, that's way better. Way better, and this a little up. Yep. That is cool. Dirty cool, dirty cool. I do like to experiment. things and glues, and so I can't tell you if this is the perfect one. I can tell you in a few days, but not just yet. Not just yet. Here we go. Not just yet. Okay, let's check it out. This is definitely where the first one, where I added too little of this glue. So, what do you think? I think it's cool. I like it. And of course it needs to dry, but oh my gosh, look how nice and tight this is. Alright, okay, of course the glue needs to dry, Diane, the glue needs to dry, but I already am very impressed how this looks. Oh wow. Wow, nice. Yeah, cool. That's awesome. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Yep. Cool. I don't know about this one, but this one is still having a little trouble getting in the middle. But that's the beauty of this glue. It's not that quick dry. This is way better. Yay! Alright. Now I'm gonna let this dry for just a sec. And perhaps we can use something like this to keep it nice and tight. Just to give it a little secure. Let's go to the other side. I'm gonna do that same thing. I have no idea if this is needed, but I'm just gonna do that because the Potax glue is not a quick dwyer, at least not as quick as the art glitter glue. That's for sure. Alright, so for the rest I think it's cool. I'm gonna add a few more pieces on, and then I'll be back before you know it. Alright. Just gonna use some pinches. Cool. This is nice. Alright. Use as many as you want, of course. Let the glue do its job. Yeah, cool. Yep, if you see any gap, then just put a pinch on it. I'll leave it for just a moment. 1, 2, well, at least longer.